T from Our Dream, Our Purpose. I'm here to show you how to recycle some glass louvers, like out of an old aluminum window. There's these glass, there's some smoked or fogged louver, and then here's a clear one, which I have some stencils on it already for etching, to etch a Halloween design. And I also have a stencil on one, which he's not on there very good, but we're gonna paint this one, and it's on a clear louver. But you can do this on any glass. It doesn't have to be a louver. It could be a picture frame or the glass in the frame. It could be any kind of glass. It could be on a glass, the drinking glass. But here's another. This is the fogged one, and I'm going to spray paint this one, and I'm going to spray paint that one. We're going to etch this one, and here's the etching. I use the Armor Etch, and I got this off of Amazon, and I think it's like, this is 10 ounces. I think I got for like $25, but it lasts and it goes forever. And then I got these little stencils, which I'm going to put on this one. So this is already kind of etched. This is kind of the etched look. This is what the etching's gonna do to this clear one. This one's already got the fog on it. So we're just gonna go over it with some stencils, wood stencils, and I'm going to spray paint them. And it looks pretty cool actually. And then we're gonna put them in a shadow box with some lights behind them. And it's all recycled, so it's going to be super cool. So let me get these on there, and then we'll go outside. Or actually, I'll etch these, this one, and then we'll go outside and paint that one. And so here's some of the letters. I got these from Walmart maybe. And what you do is you just put a little bit of tape on the back of them, and then you stick it right on the glass for whatever word or whatever design you want to use. And see, like these, I just put a little bit of masking tape on the back of these stencils to hold them on there so the paint don't get behind it. And then these etching, it's self-adhesive, so you can get these on Amazon. You can, get them anywhere. They could be pretty expensive, but if you go on and look for tattoo adhesive stencils, they're way cheaper. You could get like 300 designs for like, I don't know, anywhere from $10 to $25. And hold on one second. Here's some of, like you could get them, they're fairly big, but here's some of the tattoo adhesives, and they're sticky on the back, so they stick right on to your glass or wood or whatever it is that you may be using. To, like, the spiders are from the tattoos, and then the other ones are just Halloween ones. So we'll try those and see how that works out. And then you can also use stickers and put words on. Just see how it peels off, and the middle comes out too. See, so then you can just stick it on and then spray paint it, and then the word, or the letter, I'm sorry, it'll form. So, and you can get these also at the Dollar Tree for fairly cheap, and they're really nice. And they have bigger ones and smaller ones and whatever you need, So it's really cool to put different lettering and different things. And then because they're going into a shadow box, with the light behind them, the light will radiate the word or whatever it is that you want to emphasize. It's really cool. Whoops. Let's just take this over here. I'm going to etch this real quick. This takes a little while. I know on the back of it says, oh, just give it, I don't know, a half hour or whatever, if that. Some things don't take that long and some things do, but the longer you leave it on, the longer the darker it's gonna be. So, whoa, this shouldn't take too long. I just do this before we go outside to paint. Obviously you can't paint in here, so let me just put this on. We'll go outside and paint, and then we'll come in and see if this is ready to go or does it need to stay for a while, which I just wanted to show you how it's really easy. You get a little paintbrush, dab it in, and just go over your design. Try not to get outside the box or, you know, out there, because wherever you touch this, it's gonna color the glass. I mean, it'll fog it up. So, there we go. We're just gonna put it right on there, and it'll look really cool. And I've done this, so I know that it looks really neat. And then when that light is behind it, it looks really cool. So, and then I'll show you those too. My husband, he does the aluminum, which is also on this channel. He got these louver windows or whatever. So he took the aluminum. I asked him if I could use the glass if he wasn't gonna use it, so I could, you know, do some projects with it, and this is what I came up with. So I think it's gonna work out pretty good. There's a little pumpkin, especially with Halloween. You can actually put your name and stuff on here, like your last name, and put it outside your door. I did that for one of our friends. I made him one. He doesn't know about it yet, so I won't say whatever, but yeah, it looks, I'll show you here when I'm all done. And then actually gonna paint the shadow box that my husband made for this project. Whoa, I think I just went out of the box a little, but it'll be okay. And I used alcohol and permanent marker to make the paint so I can use the stain the outside of the shadow box. It's actually really neat, so it turned out really pretty. Okay, so I did these. Oop, let's go outside and close this up and paint these other ones, and then you can see how fast and easy this is. Okay, so we're outside now, and actually what we're gonna do is we're gonna spray paint. It's a little bit windy, so these ones I'm gonna set over here, actually. I'll set them down here. They'll be okay. And then we'll just add a little bit of paint. So let me put this in the middle here. Whoa, his hand wants to do whatever he wants to do. But anyway, this is just a stencil here, and I got some colors. Okay, here we go. This is just a little bit of silver, like a little bit of sparkle maybe. And then we'll put some black right over top of it. There we go. And normally I'll just hold it straight down and just go straight over it instead of like going off and on, off and on. We're just gonna go just to make sure we get it all. Woo. All right, I think this one's gonna be pretty good. All right. Now his hand might fall off, which will be okay. I was saying that because I didn't tape it down. So I am going to pick it up on the edges because it's gonna, there it goes, his hand, it slid off. That's fine. We'll stick that sucker right there. And we'll get this other one, which we should just stick it right in here too. There we go. Because you're not going to see the back of it anyhow. So I'm going to add a little pink to this one, and then I'll put black over top of it. There we go. It's probably going to get on it. All right, let's see. I just want it on this spooky part. Okay. Let's see how we do. And wherever the stencil is, the paint's not going to get up underneath it, so that kind of works out pretty good. So when we take the stencils off, I should probably do that. Nah. It'll be that design underneath where that is. So we're going to move this one this way. There we go. And now we'll do this one. And I think I want to try some color on this one too. So let's do a little bit of blue and a little bit of pink in the O's. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, try this one. A little bit of pink. Okay, a little bit of black. Ooh, that's a gray. There's the black. Whoops. Okay, here we go. All right, so we'll leave those for a bit, and then we'll come back out when they're dry, and let's see what we can do with them.
We're going to do some recycling today is what we're really going to do. If you've seen some of my past videos, you would have seen me take a window apart, melt some aluminum out of it. Actually got like 34 pounds of aluminum. Go back and check that video out. But we got these panes, and instead of throwing them all away, the wife decided she wanted to work on these a little project. She asked if I could build a little shadow box for these. So I'm going to build a shadow box for these, and what she's going to do is she's going to actually do some work to these. This is a frosted one. This is a clear one. She's going to paint some and then leave some open spots. She's going to etch some, things like that. And then she's going to put lights behind it. So that's the purpose of the shadow box. I'm using, you see, a rough piece of wood here. The way she's going to stain it, it'll be perfectly fine, looking like this. So I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to make a shadow box. I'll show you, I'll walk you through it as I go about. All right. First thing we're going to do is actually rip this down because I don't want a large piece. And again, you see me using 2x4s a lot because of the finish we're using. If we're painting it, I can use a pine. If this one's going to be stained, but it's going to be burnt, I believe. So it's okay to use this as a pine. If you're doing something, finished work in your house, your whole house is oak, I wouldn't use pine, I would use oak. But for our stand, what we're working on, we'll actually go with the pine on this. So we'll set it up, rip some 1-inch pieces down to make the box itself out of, and go from there. So these are going to be the sides, and I'll put grooves in these so the glass actually fits in it. The top I won't, so that's why I cut that off now. So we'll go ahead and put the grooves in those now. I do have a dado blade, which would make this a lot easier, but the amount of time to switch it out, and not everyone has one. Not everyone has a table saw, but if you have a table saw, you can do all of this I'm trying to do on a table saw. What I did here is I made a cut, and I measured it, and I moved the fence over enough to where it's going to give me this cut here gives me the thickness of my glass. Now I'll move it over, do one more pass to clean the inside out. Again, if you had a dado blade, that would do it for you. If you had a router table, things like that would cut that groove as well. This is just something that works for me. Plenty of room. Now, I'm going to put one of these in. This will give me my thickness. 5 3/8. 5 3/8. Perfect. Now I'll cut 2 pieces here. 5 3/8. All right. Now we're going to do the assembly part of the process. What I did cut and you didn't see me cut is just a real thin piece, 1/4 inch plywood, so I can actually put for a backer. So I didn't show you that, but it's real simple. I just measured. It's a little thinner than my width. I want that. I did that on purpose. My width's about 5 1/4, so I did about 5 3/8. I think it is, but I did about 5 just so it could come in a little bit, so you don't see it on the edges. But so I think that'll work. Basically, what we'll do, keeping that on there, just so it helps hold it together. But what I'm gonna add is the wood pieces will go on the ends. I'm actually going to put a clamp on it, just so I can hold it in place while I attach the bottom and top, and then I will actually, and then I'll take it off and add the backing plate, which will really stabilize the whole thing. So I'm going to use this for the top, this for the bottom. The reason I say that is actually going to attach it 2 different ways. Move this out of the way for now. I have a small drill bit. It's not too small, but on the bottom I'm actually going to put these nails in it. So it'll give us just enough. Again, the back will help hold it on as well, but I'll put 2 in here. You'll be able to see, put 4 holes in there. The 2 on the top are going to be the center of this board, no big deal. I spaced the bottom ones out a little bit because that glass, the groove is in there. Now the top, I'm actually going to put screws in the top. The reason for this is so I can actually take the top off. I want to be able to take the top off so that we can put the lights, replace batteries, cords, however we're going to do it. So I'll just put 1 in the top. And again, actually we'll put screws in there. And I try, if you've seen any of my other videos, I try to prep everything ahead of time of what I think I'm going to need. There's times where I will have to step away and get other items, but hopefully on this one, we have everything we think we're going to need. Now we put the top on. I'm going to hedge the top more towards the bottom because it's not going to screw into the top, or it's not going to nail into the top, but I like a little bit on top just when we put this on, it has something to push up against. And we talk recycling. These are a bunch of nails that had a bunch of mixed match nails. So always looking for a way to recycle, and this is a project that's showing that. Now what I'm going to do, I got these, so this is held in place. I'm going to still put 2 more here and 2 on the bottom. I'm just going to take the top out and take the glass out. Make sure it comes off smooth. And you can see I just put 2 screws in, so we'll be able to switch those in and out. And again, this will get cleaned up. You'll see T finish it up. I'm just doing the initial stage. There's one last thing I want to do. So you're going to hang this somewhere. So I'm actually going to mark it and actually drill a couple holes so you can actually hang it on a nail. It will work. Glass back in it. And again, this is just testing glass for me. The wife will actually decorate glass and put it inside here. I should be able to use a hand screwdriver, so you won't have to use a drill. I just happen to have it here. There we go. Again, it's the shadow box you're looking for. You'll actually be able to see the final product as she decorates the glass, puts the lights in it, and actually cleans this up. So I'll hand it off to her.
Now we're gonna work on the shadow box. So I had my husband make this to fit the louver window, or yeah, the louver glass pane, I should say. So I made these stain so I could stain this. So I made it out of rubbing alcohol and permanent marker, and it puts such a beautiful color on. I don't know, here I'll try to show you one where you can see the permanent marker sticks. Anyways, we're gonna start with blue, and let me put another glove on because that permanent marker gets on your hands and it don't want to come off. I don't know why, but it just does. But anyway, this is blue, and so let's start with that. And what we're just gonna run it down. There we go. And then I'll take this paintbrush and go over. I want to do it multicolored, so I don't want to make all of it blue, but we'll put a little bit all over the place maybe. And these drips, they don't matter because you're going to put more on it, you won't even see them. So let's put some, I believe this is red, so we'll try some red. And these are just for the ones we just made, the glass panes I just made. We'll fit one of these in there. We can put lights behind it. It looks really nice. So you just keep putting on however you want to do it. Sometimes I use this to pat it to keep the color in. You know, sometimes when you use a paintbrush, it spreads it all over. This kind of just makes it even. It's kind of like been stained. So you're putting it on like you would stain. All right. So, ta-da. Let's see how it just kind of makes the blue a little bit purple, I guess, when you put the pink on it. See? It's pretty neat how it does that. We'll put green on this side, see how that goes. I got it in here, which it's okay. Nobody's gonna see that. It's just, that's where the lights go on the back side of this. So you can paint it or not paint it. Totally up to you. I kind of like it painted so it all looks, I don't know, looks cool, I guess. So let's do this side. Let's put a little bit of orange maybe, or yellow. I'm not sure what color that, I think it's kind of yellow. We'll put some orange on here. I'm just trying to make some of them drips go away. There we go. You know, I said it wouldn't matter if it dripped down. It really doesn't matter because you can, I mean, you can fix it, so. Just keep adding colors. Here's like a purple. I just got a bunch of different colors from the permanent markers that I have. They're like older permanent markers. I mean, you can use new ones, but old ones work too, just as well. I think it does a really nice job. And then you can, once it's all on there the way that you want it, however you like the color, then put some polyurethane on after it's dry. And I'm gonna also do one where I'm gonna burn it and then stain it. And I think that would be pretty too. But you can do it however you like. I'm just gonna touch this all up and then I'll show you how it looks. And then we'll add the stain, the glass in there. What we just did outside, the painted, or I have the etched over here. It's not quite done yet. So, whoa. It could be pretty messy for sure. I'll make a video on how I did the permanent markers, because it really does look really pretty. Let's do this. And this. Okay. So the paintbrush does make it go a longer way, but if you're just looking like to add a color, you know, down whatever you just already stained, then I would use the napkin or a sponge or something to put it on, because the paintbrush just makes it go a longer way is all. So. You could definitely smell the alcohol in it. That wasn't cool. All right, so I'm gonna add some to the back side. Well, let's add more to this front side here. Whoops. Look how pretty that is. Turned out really nice. This far side. Oops. Almost done here. Once you put the polyurethane on it, then it'll seal it. Just make sure it's dry before you put it on there. And you can use the spray or paint it on, whatever you prefer. I like both. I like to spray it, and I also like to put it on there. This piece of paper towel, don't want to, it's not cooperating. Let's put a little bit of red in here and a little bit of orange. Wow. This is so pretty. I mean, just the different colors it's just really cool looking. I'd like to do a table like this, or a dresser, or I think that would be super cool. And actually it goes a really long way. There's only like, there's two permanent marker sticks in each one of these. And it's pretty, they're pretty bright, I think. Pretty bright colors. And just a little bit of alcohol. I would say like maybe 3 ounces of alcohol to 2 of those 2 permanent marker sticks. There. Whoops, let's fix this. See how it drips down like right there? I'm just gonna fix that up a little bit. So don't make that because it's orange, so there we go. And you don't have to do the back because it's gonna be up against the wall, or unless you're gonna put it on a shelf or something, or your desk, then you really don't need to do anything to the back. But let me just do this one more time. Whoa. Make sure, oh, we didn't, I didn't do this side yet. Okay, let's get this side done. I kind of went really fast with this one just because I'm trying to show you guys, but it doesn't, I mean, it didn't make much of a difference, just that it went really quick. It went real fast, so I made it's a little bit messy, but anyway, that's how this one looks. I don't know if you can see it as well, but there's that one. See how pretty. And then here's the other side. So, and you could do it all one color. You can, you know, do 2 colors. You can do 5 colors. You could do all of them. I think they all complement each other. So, looks pretty nice. Here we go. So we'll let that set, and then I'll get the glass from outside where we painted up there, and then we'll bring them in, see how that goes. Well, hello. It's the next day. I went to take the etching off, and it just wasn't ready yet. So, but here it is. I don't know that you're going to be able to see this, but when I put a light up against it, you'll be able to see it. So I'm just going to leave this set here. But remember, I said I was going to get another box made, and then I'm going to burn it. We'll get it started. So what I'll do is I'll do this, and then I'll sand it. Not a lot of sanding, just a little. And then I'll stain it. It looks so pretty. Alright, let me see. I think that looks pretty good. So we'll sand it, and then I'll stain it, and then we'll put a light behind it. So I'm going to turn these on. This is a last name that I put on there, but here it is. So you would set this up either outside, inside, it doesn't make a difference, but that's the last name on that one. And then this is this is a purple ghost in here, or bats, and it says Boo. That's that one. So those are those 2, and then here's one that has orange lights, and you just set them in here. Whoa. Now I have Velcro on these little battery boxes, but I don't have them on this one, so I'm just going to set them on the edge there. And then when I do this one, I'll stain it real quick, but here's a white light. Let's see if we can, I guess we can stick it in here. Whoa. And then I'll show you, maybe, yeah, so you can see the etching, the etched one. That's the etched one. Whoa. Here, I'll stain it. Instead of being lazy, I'll do it the right way. Same with this one. I'll unscrew these and put them in, and then you guys can see all of them, how they actually look. They look actually really, really cool. So let me get some stain, and let me do this real quick. Let me sand it off real fast. I'll just do it right over here. It's just a little sanding block or whatever. It's not real harsh or whatever. We're just taking a little bit of the fire marks off, so to speak, the burnt marks. We're not taking it all off, just some of it, and making it smoother. Get it down in the crevices. And same with this. Now I'll get this stain. It doesn't take much. We'll do this top part. Then the top part, and I'll get that stain, we'll stain it up. It's sticky. So what we're gonna do is, I got these little nails in here so I could do this part, but I also got a sponge paint, whatever you call this, a sponge brush. And then I got a washcloth, just to wipe the excess stain off of it. And there we go. So I'll just set that aside, and then we'll get this one. And I think this is Golden Pecan. It's pretty light stain, so anyway, you'll see how this will get vibrant with the stain. It's so pretty. See? You can see as well. But I'm gonna rub a little bit of stain on it, and then wipe it off with the washcloth. I'm gonna stain inside, just like some stain on it, burn inside. But here we go. This sponge was quite a bit, so I'll do the side here. And the bottom. And the inside. This part. There we go. Wipe it off. You're not really wiping the stain off, you're just wiping the excess off. But here it is. How beautiful. Then let's put this in so I don't spill it, 'cause there we go. We'll put this to the side. There we go. Yeah, so put the white lights in there. I'll take these gloves off. I don't think I need them now. Stick those in there. So when you put these lights in here, my husband put a little groove right here, so the lights, see, this thing can hang down, or you can put enough where you can hang it on top with some Velcro or whatever. And then when you put the lights in here, you can either tape them down or, you know, however you want to do it. Because they're going to be behind the glass. There we go. go. So then we'll take this thing like we made yesterday, and we're gonna, oh, I was gonna put the etched one in there, I'm sorry. Here we go. And we'll just slide it in there. And you can actually put these lights on after, there, after you put the, there we go. Let's just put it in the rest of the way, and then I'll put the top on, and it just screws on. We'll put this through that little cut in the back. I've already seen the top. Let me see. I gotta get the flat. I'm so unorganized today. Here we go. I got it. But here, before I put the top on, here, let's see. If you can see it or not. That's that one. That turned out really nice. Or you can put, you know, any one of these in there, whatever design that you want to do. So this is this one. And I took the top off of here, so we could put it behind the orange too. We'll put that over there. Put this in here. Here is it behind orange. And you just slide it in. Wait a minute. There. In there. That's so okay. There we go. Come on, honey. There we go. Alright. There it is. And there. And those are just Halloween lights. And then you can tape them up in there, or you don't have to. I like this one behind white lights. So that's that one. Let's put the skeleton in behind this one. Whoa. And then we'll turn it on. Alright, so there's this one. The skeleton. And here's the last name with the blue. And here's the purple with the boo. And here is the orange boo. There we go. There. And you just put the top on. I have it with screws, but you know, if you could find a better way, then do it that way. And then you put a clear coat on it. But that's that one. Aw, they turned out so nice. And then this one looks like an x-ray machine, don't it? And then here's the top for that one. And you just screw it on. And you can use basically any color in here. You know, whatever lights you prefer. But I have white, orange, blue, and purple. And here, this one, let me take this one out. And we'll put this other one in. This one can sit on a shelf. So all these can hang up outside, or, you know, on your porch. Or you can have it on your desk, or on your computer, however you want to. With this light, there you go. So it could go that way. So you can do, you know, whatever design you'd like to do. But these are battery operated. So you can leave it on for a little bit, turn it on if you want, or off. But it looks like they all turned out really well. If you like it just with a little bit of stain, with a little bit of color, and there we go. It turned out quite well. Or you can etch it, and then you can add things on the outside of them too, depending on what part of, if you're gonna have it on your porch or, you know, anything. So there. I just wanted to say thank you and thanks for watching. Perfect. Anyhow, that's them. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching me do all of this. Maybe you can, do something similar. Anyway, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Perfect.